In today's episode, we've got two phenomenal guests who are going to take us through the world of real estate and interior design. So without further ado, let's get into the show. My name is Peter Ngigi. Welcome to Property Focus. Today we're excited to have Daniel Kamau, the CEO at Fusion Capital Limited East Africa region. With over 11 years experience at Fusion, Daniel has played a vital role in the company's growth, particularly in the real estate division, with leadership that has led to significant real estate commitments totaling to over $200 million across the East African region, successfully guiding investments into real estate development, office spaces, and housing. With his impressive background and qualifications, Daniel makes for a valuable guest on our show.
Hey, Peter. Very well, sir. Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Make yourself comfortable.
And you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Asante sana, karibuni.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Yes.
I know you, but our viewers need to get to know you a bit more.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Very good. So my name is Daniel Kamau. I'm the team leader at Fusion Capital, and I've been around for a long time. So, from 2006, I was employee number 001, and I've risen through the ranks to become the team leader today, and now part and parcel of Fusion Capital. So I've been here for some time. So Fusion Capital, as I said, started out in 2006. Then we were focused on microfinance. So we were just doing basic lending. And at that point, we were targeting what we call the missing middle. So people who could not be funded by the commercial banks, but were too big to be funded by the microfinance institutions. And then we defined it as missing middle. And our strategy then was to grow them up in what we then called up the mountain model. And the idea was to pick up these businesses from, very small operations, not very well organized, and we'll structure them, get involved and grow them up. And so or scale them up. And then we started doing micro equity, and we started taking positions in some of the businesses that are doing well. So we'll take positions, equity positions. We'll sit in the board, we'll control the accounting, we'll ensure there's proper corporate governance. And the idea again was to scale them up to a point where we'll be able to list them. And we did that for quite a number of businesses, and some of those brands are out there and growing and doing very well. As it is in private equity, not all of them survive, so some may have gone under, but that's the nature of private equity. So some do very well, some don't do very well, but we're very proud of that history. And then in 2010, we dived into real estate. So we went into proper property. And I think the idea then was most of our investors wanted to scale quite quickly. And we realized there was actually a need in the real estate space. So the businesses that are scaling up wanted to have proper offices, they wanted homes to live in. And so we went into property, and for 13 years now, 14 this year, I would say 90% of our investments are in real estate across East Africa. So that's Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. And, we've done across the various sectors in real estate. So be it in retail, be it in commercial, office, all manner of housing, so all manner of real estate. I think for Fusion Capital, we put our own money in these businesses. So, we have skin in the game. So it's not just raising money from the buyers or So before we take any property to the market, we'll have sunk in huge, significant amount of our investors' money and our own money. And that makes a very big difference when it comes to how you run real estate. We're properly involved in real estate. So we'll get involved in basically the concept stage. Before we acquire the land, we are involved in ensuring we get it at the right price. We design it to, deliver the returns that our investors are chasing. And then we get to control the development phase, so the construction phase. So we'll be in all the site meetings, we'll be involved in valuations and all that. And then at the point of exit, again, we are fully involved. So I would say the fact that our money are in these businesses, then we'll get fully involved in ensuring that value is extracted from whatever it is that we put our money. There are quite many. Where we're seated today, 4th Avenue Towers, we were the main cash investor. Of course, we partnered with a landowner who had owned this piece of land for some time. We came in, we put in the equity. We had consultants who put in the consultancy and a contractor, and that became the SPV that actually developed this property. So fully involved from, construction stage to exit. We've partially exited the development, but we've been left holding some of the spaces. So 4th Avenue is one of them. Flamingo Towers, next to the British High Commission, is an 18-floor development to grade B quality, so an equally decent development. Yes, you should have a look at that development. Recently, we were involved in a major development in Meru County, and we delivered Greenwood City. It's a retail development, doing very well now. I think in the regions of 80% occupancy. It's beautiful. It's one of those developments that will stand anywhere in the world. So in terms of how it was executed and delivered, and you have all the proper brands in that mall. In Rwanda, you have Kigali Heights, opposite the convention center. So it's a proper grade A development. Again, beautifully executed, 75% office, 25% retail. You have all the brands, local and international. So again, one of the developments that we're very proud of. In Uganda, we have Goldmark Apartments. So again, around Bukoto area. In Nakuru, we have Monty Apartments. We were involved in Graceland at the river. So those are just some of the few developments that we have done. We have done several land projects. In Kikuyu area, we did Alpha Meadows, we did Zahara Gardens, we did Brook Hill, and we will soon be launching Salma Garden, which is again a gated community concept, and that's being delivered by one of our new entities called Fusion Estates, which acquires master plans and offloads to the public. And that's just because we believe that home ownership is a journey that starts with acquiring a piece of land and delivering the rest or developing over a period of time. We're involved in other projects like Thika Royal or Galaxy Gardens, so quite a number of projects across East Africa. In addition to all these developments, so we have our new entity called Fusion Estates that's involved in acquiring, master planning and selling land, putting infrastructure and selling of land. And it's delivered a couple of projects in the last 1 year. So it delivered Salma Gardens in Kikuyu area. It delivered Zahara Gardens. It's recently delivered Brook Hill Gardens. And on 6th of April, we'll be launching our newest project, which is Salma Gardens. Again, it's a gated community. We have master planned it. Currently, infrastructure is ongoing. And the intention is to offload this to land investors or potential homeowners. And the idea is to sell this at below $1 million Kenya shillings. And as I've said before, home ownership is a journey that begins with acquisition of land. Then, you construct over a period of time. And I can't think of any other area where you can get land at below $1 million shillings. So Salma Garden will be that project. And you're welcome to be part of that project. Asante, thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. Asante sana.
Invigorating conversation with Daniel right over there. Very confident about what Fusion Capital Group is going to be doing in the market. Now we're going to take a short commercial break. When we're back, we've got an interior designer who's going to tell you all you need to know about sprucing up your space. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Property Focus. Today we have a special guest joining us, the amazing Nyambura, highly experienced design tutor at Nairobi Institute of Technology with an impressive background in interior design. Known for her exceptional eye for detail, Nyambura is here to enlighten us about the art of tiling.
Hi Marcy, how are you?
Hi.
Good, super.
Welcome.
Brilliant. Glad to have you on the show.
Me too.
Wonderful. What do we have over here?
Over here we have a tile setup.
Yes.
So we're going to show you how to install tiles all the way to the end, and even how to maintain them.
Interesting. What types of tiles do we have here?
Here we have two types of tiles. We have ceramic tiles and we have porcelain tiles.
All right.
So the porcelain tiles are usually a bit high-end, very classy, good finish. And then on the other end, we have the ceramic tiles, usually the normal household tiles.
These are nice tiles. What are these? These are ceramic or porcelain?
Yes, this is porcelain.
Super.
Yes, so the difference is usually one, actually the ingredients are the same, or the substrates are the same, but one is highly fired, so it gives the nicely done gloss. And then we have this one here that can be done in small spaces, and also can be cut in smaller ones. And this one can be done in large sizes, or even granite sizes.
Interesting. What is this? This is stone?
Yes, this is a natural stone tile. It's different because of the finish. So it doesn't have the smooth finish. So it's good for outdoor. It can, it actually can replace the Mazera kind of tile.
All right.
So the natural stone.
Yes. So in terms of installation, how then? What factors influence installation of tiles? Porcelain, ceramic, and all of that?
Well, there are three factors I would say are very important when installing tiles. One, the layout. So you need to make sure that the layout is well done before you're installing. And then two, you need to look at the type of tiles you have and the adhesive. So if you have those two locked, and of course with a good installer, you're good to go.
This is adhesive?
Yes, this is adhesive.
I thought it's usually cement. They don't put cement?
No, this is cement-based adhesive. And we have other types of adhesive. This is a commonly used adhesive for installing tiles. So you mix it, and then you're able to install your tiles.
Can we mix? Let's see. Let's actually see how it's done.
Yes, we can.
Where is Magangi? What's his name? Magangi?
Yes,
Mwagangi. Mambo vipi? Good.
Yeah. He's a man on the ground.
He's a man on the ground. So he's going to show us how to mix this adhesive.
Yes.
While you'll guide us on the steps.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
So just mix it with water. The key is how you mix it. So if it's not well mixed, it will bring the mistakes you see in tiles. Yes. So that's a trowel he's using. It has to be well mixed, because if it has the handles or it has the granules, it will not stick very well. So the mixing is what makes all the difference. You can actually mix in a bucket. So it depends on what you have at your site. Yes, so it's not a standard bucket per se. But now the ladle is, you can see that one is a stick he's using, and then he's using the dowel to measure. So Mwagangi, you can tell us what proportions are using for this?
Na ile ratio unafaa uweke. Ikiwa maji sana haiwezi kashika. So kuna ile, na ikiwa ngumu sana nayo haiwezi kashika.
So the ratio
kwa katikati. Ikiwa katikati sasa ndio unaweza kuweka tiles zao kama ni pa floor. Lazima hiyo floor unaweka maji. Tiles zako uisop, penye tumesop pan. Za sock tunaitoa kwanza imwaga maji kidogo. Huwezi toa direct kwa sock na uweke direct. Hiyo inakuwa na acid na tulivyoona. So unaitoa kidogo, inamwaga maji kidogo, ndio sasa unaanza kuweka tena. Kama ni kwa stairs, unapima corner strip. Ile size inatawa. Kama fundi ya corner strip na nini, chunge sana
asiye. This is the corner strip
material, yes. Corner strip ya plastic, kuna ya aluminium. Hii ya aluminium, silver kuna nini. Na T, hii ni T. Inawekwa tu bado kwa corners. Sasa ukisha koroga hii mota, huku ni kwa shule, lakini kwa site tunatumia cement. Hii tunatumia lime sababu tunatoa tunaweka.
So cement paste.
Kikoroga ikiwa ready, sasa tunatoa tiles zetu. Tutoa tiles zetu, tunaweka ready. Ready tunaanza kuweka.
So if it comes to runny, then the adhesive does not do well with your your tiles.
Yes.
If it becomes too hard, same case. So
you
your
need
tiles
to add some more water.
Yes.
Okay.
So that ratio has to be well balanced.
Okay.
So for the purpose of demonstrating, that's what he's doing.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
So of course with a large amount of adhesive, a drill mixer would be the best.
A drill mixer?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's like a...
Yes. You put it and then you drill, you know.
Okay.
Like just making a dough for chapati dough, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a process of applying. Prepare the surface.
Yes.
Because you have, like, for example, if you look at that surface, it's not well even. It has a lot of debris, so they need to be either swept, cleaned. And then you take one of your tile. So you have to make sure that your surface is well in terms of size. If you're working with a bigger size than your tiles, then you're going to have a lot of wastage. So that's what he did at first. And then he introduces his corner strip to ensure that that space is also accounted for.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So before this is done, layout has already been done. So the tiles you're using are cut to specification.
Okay. How do you make sure it's leveled?
You make sure it's leveled by using the tools. So you have a level. There are tiles you need to place that has a slant. For example, if you're working with a wet area, so you need to know what slant are you working with. Is it 0 point? So that will show.
Okay.
So if it's a leveled space like this is a staircase, you do not need it to be slanted. So the level must meet right. Very standard. So it's not a one-man job, as you can see.
Yeah.
So usually when you're putting, you can...
So that's how these usually
hop
out.
Yes.
Interesting.
So now you can see if it was an afterthought, that spacing could have an issue.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing.
So what he's doing right now is to ensure that the adhesive is evened out with the floor, or with your, for example, using a concrete floor, and also to ensure it fits well with the corner strip.
Yes. Now, can you provide tips for longevity of the tiles placement?
So one, the maintenance would be manufacturer's instructions.
Yes.
You find most of these tiles, they come with points of wear and tear. How long should you have them?
Okay.
So they even specify on best spaces to put them. You can find like this is an indoor tile. So if you put it on an outdoor space, you can imagine the longevities just by such a big time.
Okay. So these are flooring tiles?
Yes, these are flooring tiles.
Yes.
They're actually multi-purpose. It depends. You can actually have them on the wall. You can have them, of course, not on the roofing.
So walling and flooring.
Yes.
So how do you ensure that the spacing, is there a guideline that you use for the spacing?
Yes, there's a guideline for the spacing.
What is that? Yeah.
One is usually from, you begin with the layout.
Okay.
So at the beginning, what was your initial design and style? So do you want spacers? So we have 0 spacing.
So are these the spacers right
yes,
over here?
Yes, these are spacers. Okay. So you have 0 spacing. 0 spacing creates very seamless, easy on the eye
so
kind
this
of
is
look.
0 spacing?
No. 0 spacing is you do not have a spacer. So the tile will be joined together, close together.
Okay.
Yes. Now that is 0 spacing.
This is 0 spacing. So no spacer has been put?
No spacer has been put.
Okay.
So it's usually best, especially for, as you can see, that porcelain tile, it doesn't have any difference between one tile and the other. So it becomes like one continuous tile.
To have like a seamless look.
Yes, and then you have there's 2 types of spacing. This one is 3 millimeters, and then you have a 2 millimeter.
Oh, so which would be smaller than this? It would be thinner than this one?
Yes, actually I have one.
Right.
Let me show you.
2 millimeter, 3 millimeters.
3 millimeters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be the spacings that you'll put now in between the tiles.
So you put one here.
Okay.
And of course on the same size you put the other one here.
All right. All right.
To ensure there is continuity and it's seamless.
Yes.
And of course it's very equal.
Wonderful.
So this is 0 spacing. 0 spacing has to be done very precisely.
Okay.
So this ensures there's no air bubbles trapped also. So it's also very You can see he's using the rubber part of the mallet.
Of the mallet.
Yes, because you don't want also to crack
the tile.
Yeah, your tile.
Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah. Tell any of our viewers any advice. What do you advise them when installing tiles?
When installing tiles, there are two things that you need to consider. One, you need to make sure your layout is well done.
Yes.
And the only way your layout can be done is by working with a professional.
Right.
So
like Mwagangi here.
Yes, like Mwagangi here. In addition, when you're maintaining your tiles, there are three things you can do.
All right.
One, you need to regularly check them.
Okay.
Don't leave them like that. And
what do you mean by checking regularly?
Regular checking means that you can just come and step on them and feel whether are there spaces that have air holes. Because if you leave them, then they continue having more air holes, and then you find 1, 2, 3 tiles cracking.
All right.
So regular checking.
Okay.
And then you have cleaning also. That goes without saying.
Yes.
So usually say if you have a large house, don't just depend on your domestic maintenance.
Yes.
Have professional cleaning, where they can come and ensure that they're using the correct abrasive for it. You don't use harsh abrasive because now they will do away with the color and also the grout maintenance. The grout is what you feel after you've done your tile.
The white part.
Yes. Not this. This is the cement. You actually use some grout to ensure that the adhesive has been well sealed. Yeah. So with those 2 points, you're good. 3. Or the third one. So the third one would be okay. I've actually said regular checking, regular cleaning, and maintaining of grout.
And the
grout is the middle part, you see. If it's not well maintained, it stains and it changes color.
Right.
So it has to be well maintained through cleaning.
Right.
Yes.
Well, Mercy.
Yeah.
Well answered.
Okay.
Thoroughly answered. Well, thank you very much for coming onto the show.
Thank you.
That was Mercy.
Glad to have you.
Thank you for coming on board. And just remember to cut costs and not corners. Go to a professional every point in time. This has been Property Focus, and see you next week, same place, same time. Goodbye.